Good afternoon, Julie.
Good afternoon, Christine.
Yes, it's May the 30th, 2023, and we've are talking about something a little bit different again today, but again, we're coming back to the situation with the knives down here, and both of us have a couple of little incidents that we've run into yesterday and today.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to start with you. Today at noon hour, you went to the 454, and what happened?
Yes, yeah, I was going to the 454 just to get my phone around 12, like lunchtime. And the staff told me, "Oh my God, Julie, nobody can come in right now. There was a stabbing." So I was in shock. Well, I said, "Well, at least I'll get my phone." She said, "Julie, just stay outside. I'll go get your phone for you." So yeah, so everybody was in shock.
Except I believe you weren't, because we already know that there's knives all over the place, and this is what we've been hearing since last year, that
Exactly.
it's getting worse and worse.
Getting
at
worse
all
and worse,
times.
especially on the bus
But,
with me. So
yeah,
I'm
but-
used to it.
Yes, but from what I understand, they caught this guy that did stab him, and the other guy was, I guess, okay, is going to be okay. He was off to the hospital today.
He was up to he was up to the hospital, but it seems like he's gonna pull through, Christine.
Oh, well, that's good news. At least someone's going to pull
Stable
through.
condition.
Oh, that's good to hear. Now, yesterday morning, around probably around 10:15 in the morning, yesterday, I was off to the bank with my service dog, German Shepherd, and of course we were York Street and Cumberland is, or between Cumberland and King Edward, we have a strip of grass where the dogs often walk. We walk our dogs. Now, I had been walking her just to make sure that she did her business before I headed down into the Byward Market area. And I kind of noticed this guy, but I didn't really fully notice him because she was squatting, and he came up behind me, and then he went around and to the sidewalk, and I was close to the sidewalk. So when I turned around to get back onto the sidewalk, I came to a dead halt because I realized he was high at the time, because he was doing that butterfly thing where they're just like,
Yeah.
and it wasn't until he turned to the side that I noticed that he was actually holding a butter knife in his hand. But he was close enough to the dog. I was also afraid that, like Heidi's older brother, has been stabbed, and I put this in previous videos, twice with someone's tried to stab him with a knife twice, and another person with a pair of scissors. I was worried that she was going to be stabbed. I didn't know what to expect, so I pulled her back really quick. And then as he pulled away from me, I just let him distance himself between me, so he started walking slowly across the street. So I went starting to go for my phone because I wanted to videotape this or get a picture of this guy for proof. And suddenly this other guy on the other side of York Street in Cumberland starts yelling at me, "Oh, he's not going to hurt the dog. Don't worry about him." And he's just yelling at me constantly. And I thought, oh boy, I'll just put my phone back for now. And I didn't know what to expect from him. Is he going to come across? Is this one of the homeless? I didn't know who this guy was. I didn't want to get into any kind of an altercation with him. So then I walked Heidi across the street, and then he's walking further down Cumberland, and he's still screaming at me. But the guy holding the knife was headed in the direction towards the Sally Ann, and I was trying to get a description of this guy. Now, I know he had sort of beige pants on that I could see, and I wasn't sure about the top, but what was very noticeable about him was his hat. He had this big brown hat on with a wide brim, but it was one of these like floppy hats with the wide brim. And so, and then of course you couldn't even get a real good look at his face, so I couldn't tell what color he was even, because I couldn't really
Yeah,
see
too big of a hat.
it was just too big of a hat. It was like
Yeah.
he was underneath this umbrella of a hat
Oh my
and
God.
hiding. And so he walked off, and then I walked off at the time. And so this again just shows how horrible the knives are down here that we're experiencing. And I'm glad, fortunately, they caught the guy that did the stabbing today.
From the 454, yeah.
Yeah.
And thank God he's in jail, Christine.
Oh, yes.
Because, like what he did today, well, that's going to be the end of it. And because, and they're going to close the 454, or are they're gonna have a really big meeting.
But this is what we're seeing constantly. Like I said,
All over the place.
we've been telling people on our videos for the last several months since I've been running the videos that we're seeing more and more knives. This is the first time that I'd seen one actually visible in your hand. And this was definitely a kitchen butter knife that he had in his hand. But still, any kind of a knife can do any kind of damage. It doesn't matter.
Yes. Well, no matter what, a knife is a knife, Christine. And, you know, and it still cuts.
And then the other thing, yes, and then the other thing that we've been talking about is the inspectors and that not being on the bus. Well, I had to go out to the West End today, so I had to take the O train partway and then transfer. And when I went to get onto the O train this morning at Rideau, it was beautiful because I was really surprised. There was some of our fare inspectors finally have showed up, and they caught a guy trying to get through the stalls there, trying to get onto the O train that hadn't paid. So at least it's nice to know they're out there, and thank goodness that they're starting to come out, because we're going to need them over the summer. We're getting too much.
Too much, yeah.
Too much is coming at us. I don't know what to expect.
No, and too much dangerous people around us, and they're going to hurt somebody like they did today.
So I just wanted to do a quick video and just update very quickly to my people here who are faithfully watching the videos, that this is the latest that's come out. Both of us had, well, you didn't really have, well, you weren't involved in that incident because you had left 454 and just was charging your phone and went back to get your phone. So you don't know the full any details. You were there after the fact.
Just after the facts.
Yes, and
you
were
there.
Thank
God for that.
And you just came in after the police were there. The tape was up and everything else.
Exactly.
So, today.
And I still got my angel watching over me.
And I'm just simply walking my dog, letting her do her business, and I get disrupted from everything as well. So, you know, it's hard to do normal business, you know, and you keep seeing Bank Street and unfortunately another store has gone down. You know, we're going to be a ghost town if this continues, honestly.
Very a ghost town, yeah.
So again, I just want to say thank you. And we shall talk to you again soon. And have a nice day. And take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
And for goodness sakes, be safe.
Be safe.